Hello everyone. Today we're going to do double digit multiplication by a single digit. Now when you know your times tables, this method is going to be super easy for you to conclude. For example, if we have 32 and you multiply that by a single digit like 4, how do we attempt this question? All we have to do is, again, look at the unit side first and then we go to the tens side. So all we have to do is first begin with 4 times 2. So 4 times 2 is how much? How much is that? That's 8. And then once we finish the units, we're going to move on to the tens. So 4 times 3 gives me a 12. So my final answer here is 128. So it was as simple as doing 4 times 2, which gives me an 8. Then we move on to the tens, and we go on to 4 times 3, which gives me a 12. Which means the 4 here has to multiply by the units, and it has to multiply by the 3 tens as well. Okay, so let's try and do this a few more times so that we get this very clear. So the next question we have is 44 multiplied by 5. Okay, so don't forget, we will begin by multiplying the unit section first and then the tens. Okay, so for example, we start with 5 times 4. Okay, so 5 times 4 here is 20. Now I put the 0 in the unit section and the 2 I'm going to bring up here in the tens. However, when I start doing the tens, now I'm going to do 5 times 4. So we do 5 times 4 gives me 20, and then you're going to add 2. So you're going to do over here 5 times 4 plus 2. So 5 times 4 is 5 times 4 is 20, add 2. So the answer here is 22. So I put over here 22. So my final answer is a 220. Okay, so let's do a few more times so that you get this more clear. Okay, so the next practice question will be 72 multiply by 6. Again, we start by multiplying the units and then the tens. So for example, I do 6 times 2. What do I get? I get a 12. So 2 comes down here, 1 comes down here. So now, the next thing I will do here is 6 times 7, add 1. So it'll be 6 times 7 plus 1. So here, 6 times 7 plus 1. 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 1. My final answer becomes 43. And the final answer is 432. Okay, now this will get easier as we go on to the next. I'm going to give you an opportunity to try one of these questions by yourself. So for example, if I give you 38 multiplied by 5, how would you do this? So I'm going to give you 15 seconds to attempt this on your own. Let's see how can you do this, and we'll check the answers in the next 12 seconds. right, so let's try. So the first one is you're going to start with the units section and then move on to the tens. So the first one will give me 5 times 8, which gives me 40. Okay, 0 and the 4 goes up. The next one will give me 5 times 3 plus 4. So you'll have to do 5 times 3 plus 4. So what is that? 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4. So that is 19. So my final answer here is 19. And there you are. The final answer here is 190. So therefore, if you know your times table very well, you'll be able to answer all these questions very accurately and very quickly. So the key is to be very familiar with your times tables. I hope you have these concepts clear. Please note down questions in the comments below. Thank you.